Webslinger strategy. So I'll just go over the confirmations, right? All right. I'll just go over the confirmations for the Webslinger strategy. Like I said, the trend is your friend. So you actually want to know the trend of the market before you trade. You can know the general trend, right? Like generally now, right, from a back point of view, this is generally a downtrend, but seems like it's about to start changing the trend, right? Seems like it wants to start changing the trend to an uptrend. That's why you can notice more buys in this area, right? So let's go with it. So what I look out for, right, in the Webslinger strategy. Now we have what we call clouds, right? Clouds. Now these are clouds. These things that you see. Sorry. All right. Can we still hear me? Can we still hear me? I think I have to just switch.
Yes, it's better.
I have to just switch to my laptop for now. Right. So let me get it back. The network is trying so hard. But let me get it back. Give me a second. Sorry, just give me a minute. Let me try to correct this. Give me a minute. All right, it's loading up now. All right. So like I said, when you're trading the Webslinger, right, there are a couple of things you look out for, right? Now we have what we call the clouds, right? We have what we call the clouds. Now, these things that you're seeing here, these things that actually look like clouds above or below them, that's this whole red area, right? This red stuff that you see is actually a cloud, right? That's what you call the clouds. Now, if it's in a buy trend, right? If it's for a buy, you should be looking out for a blue cloud. If it's for a sell, you should be looking out for a red cloud, right? Now, if you want to take it for a sell, you should make sure that the clouds are above the market, right? Above the candles. Why for a buy? For a buy, the blue clouds will be below the candles. Sorry, let the back sides just load. All right. So like I said, we have two types of clouds, right? When trading with the Webslinger, we have the blue cloud and we have the red cloud, right? We have the blue cloud and we have the red cloud. Now, the blue cloud indicates that the market is about going for a buy. Of course, the red clouds indicate that it's about going for a sell. But when you want to take your trades for a buy, you should make sure the cloud, right, the blue cloud is below. If you want to take it for a buy, the blue cloud should be below. So as you can see here, The blue clouds are below. That's why you can see the market going up, right? When it's about to drop, you see the red cloud starts to form and now come above the markets, right? Like these areas, I wouldn't really like to trade with the Webslinger in these areas, right? Not really. So you want to be taking trades, right? For example, you want to take a trade for a buy, the candles that you're seeing, right? They should be above the blue cloud. Or let me put it like this, the blue cloud should be below the candles. It's like it's pushing it up to go, right? While the red clouds, they should be above the candle, like it's pushing it down. Whenever you see the red clouds above, that's where you can see like really, really high trends. Somewhere like here, look at these drops, right? You can see that the red cloud is above, right? Around this area, you can see that the red cloud is above. That's why you can see this massive drop. So I like taking my trades when the blue clouds are below for a buy and the red clouds are above for a sell. So that's for the clouds. Now, apart from the clouds, we have another indicator on this called the web strings, right? They're called the web strings. Now, these lines, they just show you like how the market is moving generally, like shows you like the strength of the movement in the market, right? So this plenty lines, small lines that you see joined together, they are called the web strings, right? These lines that you see here, they are called the web strings. Now, when you want to take it for a buy, of course, you should be in a blue web string area, right? While when you want to take it for a sell, it should be in a red web string area, like as you see here, right? So this thing is just like colors, just like, you know, the way you line up colors and all. So that is it for the web strings, right? So I told you, first of all, we have the clouds, and then we have the web strings. Those are just two, right? Now, on these web strings, you want to take note of this. This is where some people find it difficult, right, to take note of. But let me just zoom out very well so that everyone can actually see it very, very well, right? Now, you can see this thick line, right? Out of all these web strings, you can see that this line is the thickest, right? In a blue web string, right, you should be looking out for the thickest line above to be able to get your entries. While for a red web string, you should be looking out for the thickest line below. Let me look for, yeah, you should be looking out for the thickest line below the red web strings. You can see this thick line. Let me zoom out. This thick line that all the candles bounce off, right? That's where you should be looking at. Right? Can everyone see this? Is everyone still following? Drop a 1 in the chat box if you're following me. Drop a 1 in the chat box if you're still with me. So you should be looking out for the red thick line above, sorry, below the strings, below the web. When you want to take it sell, it should be out the blue thick line above the blue strings when you're looking out for a buy. All right, when you're looking out for a buy. Now, this is where you're able to get your entries, right? Of course, you should also be looking out for the currency strength meter too. This should be like the first thing that you check, your currency strength meter. I personally, I don't like taking trades that the difference is not like about 20 and above, right? 20 and above. This one that you're seeing here, this one is 27, 24. This one is 24, 33. They are kind of very close, 24, 38. I want something like 24, 40 and above, right? Because then I know that the other pair that is stronger will be able to effectively pull that other pair to it or away from it, right? Now, I'll show you how exactly I take my trades, right? Now, when taking the web sling, when using the web slinger to take trades, for starters, with I'll tell you to take for, I personally, I take my trades for 3 minutes, right? I learned how to take trades for 3 minutes, but the web slinger strategy makes use of what we call the trick handle rule. So it's actually like 15 minutes trades, but I'll show you the way I take my trades for 3 minutes. That helps me, right? Now, like I told you, you want to, when you're looking out for a buy, what's the first thing I said? The web strings, right? When the web strings are open, you have more chances, right? Unlike when they are tightly closed like this. I won't take a trade around this area where the web strings are tightly closed until I see it opening up like this. That's when I'll now start getting more confirmations, right? So as you can see, these areas where the web strings are getting closed, it's like the market is about to consolidate for some time. I wouldn't take trades around these areas. I would wait till the web strings have started opening up before I take them for a buy or for a sell. So number one, like I mentioned, your currency strength meter. This is Euro USD. So if I wanted to take this trade for a buy, Euro should obviously have been stronger than USD for me to want to take it. Number two, I would have seen that the blue cloud is below the candles. You can see this blue cloud is below the candles. So this blue cloud is like something that pushes the candle up. Sometimes you might find the blue clouds above the candles. I don't like taking buys around that time. I like taking it right below all the candles. And number three, you should see a blue web string, right? A blue web strings around. Now, when you want to take your trades, right, you should be looking out for that tick line, like I mentioned, right? Be looking out for that blue tick line. So also, you should be looking out for the arrows. Now, the arrow is going to alert you for a buy. Don't take a buy unless you see the arrow, right? I personally, I don't take a buy unless I see the arrow alerting me to take it for a buy. Right? I don't take it for a buy unless I see the arrow telling me to buy. Now, these arrows, they tell you to buy when the market has, started, when the candle, started inside the web strings and is now pushing above that tick line I told you about. Let me zoom in so that you can see the tick line. You can see this tick line that we see here at the top, the thickest line out of all of them. This tick line that you see at the top, where these candles bounce off, that's where, after the market crosses it, right, it's going to alert you for a buy, and that's where I like taking my buys. So once I've seen the candles cross, right, I've seen my other confirmations, the web string is looking like it's about to open. Generally, it's in an uptrend. When we look at the trend, you can see that generally this is in an uptrend, right? You can see that it's in an uptrend. I see the blue clouds below. I now see this candle breaking through this this tick line, like I told you. It's now going to alert you for a buy. Once you see it for a buy, right, take it for 15 minutes, right? That's for 3 candles. So if you take it for 3 candles, 1, 2, 3, you should have cleared this trade, right? Or let's assuming it's now entered this candle and maybe it came below, you still have cleared it because it has already broken this area, right? It has broken this tick line. If you are taking it for 15 minutes, you might have cleared. If you did not clear and you rolled over once, right, another 15 minutes, 1, 2, 3, you would have definitely cleared. But like that's a long time inside the market. That's like 30 minutes, a whole 30 minutes inside the market. But what I like about this is that when you're taking the trades, like you're actually sure, very sure, like 90% win rate, at least, right? So sorry, let me go through the chat. All right. So you can see this breaking, right? So it now alerts you for a buy. I personally, I like taking it for 3 minutes. Once I see it break out, right, I take it for a buy, right? If I had rolled over, I would have still cleared. Let's assume I was not in profit maybe at this point. If I had rolled over once, I would have cleared maybe on this candle, on the next candle. This, right, if you are taking it 3 minutes, most likely you would have entered into this candle and you saw the way this candle dropped. So if you were not in profit and you rolled over into this candle, you would have still cleared it, right? So that's one thing I really love. The same thing for this one. You saw that the candle started inside, like below that tick line, right? And then when it broke through, it gave you the signal for a buy. All the confirmations still aligning. Like I told you, a blue web string, right? The blue clouds below, currency strength in your favor. You take this for a buy immediately. You would have definitely cleared this. No two ways about it, even if you were following the same rule. So that's what I really love about the Webslinger, right? Just in this currency pair, in the space of, let me see, this is from 9 o'clock to what time? 10. In the space of 1 hour, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. In the space of 1 hour, you'd have been able to go 4-0. Right? In the space of 1 hour, you should be able to go 4-0. So I think I will type it out, like what I look out for. So like I said, maybe someone can help me to type it out as I'm talking. So I go from the beginning. Number one, all right, let me look for a sell scenario that I would have taken, right? A sell scenario. Although this thing is dropping really down, I wouldn't have liked to take a sell in this place because why? The strings are too clustered. Like I told you, I don't want to take a trade when the strings are clustered. I want to take it when it's open, right? You want to take the trades when the strings are open. Now you can see the strings opening up very well again in this area for a buy. This would have been a really, really nice area for a buy, right? Really, really nice area. Now, so sometimes the market might not always be, the clouds might not always be above or below, right? The cloud might not always be above or below, but when you see a blue cloud opening, you know that the market is about, like, let me show you one thing about the Webslinger, right? It gives you like a forehand about what's going to happen in the market. So as you can see here, it's already forming a red cloud, meaning that it's telling you that, all right, very soon you should be expecting a drop because it's forming a red cloud, especially when the clouds are opening up to be very big. It's telling you that it's about to make like a kind of big drop or a big buy, right? So let me look for a sell scenario, right? Let me look for somewhere I would have taken for a sell. Let's see. All right, this is very nice. This is a really nice area for a sell. Even here, self, this is a nice area for a sell because you can see that the web strings were opened up more, right? So let's look at this area. I would have really loved to take trades around this area. I would have loved to take trades here. So now, like I said, it's not every time that it's going to be, that the clouds are going to be under or above. But when it's under, when it's blue and it's under, it's giving you like extra confirmation that you're really safe for a buy. When it's up, when the red is above, it's giving you extra confirmation that you're very safe for a sell trade. Right now, look at this. As at this point, I don't think, is this today? All right, this is not today, this was yesterday. Around this point, this was yesterday. So you can see number one, like I told you, currency strength. Right, reloading. Like I told you, currency strength, number one, that's what you should look out for first. If you want to take it for a buy, the currency strength above should be stronger than the one below. Right, if you want to take it for a sell, the one below should be stronger than the one above. So Webslinger gives you a currency strength meter by the side, but of course you still need to open up your live currency strength meter to check, like just for extra confirmation, because sometimes the currency strength meters, they might be lagging. So you want to always refresh the main one that you have, which is this livechat.co.uk. That's what we use. That's the main currency strength meter that we use, right? Now, sorry, let this come up. Let it just come up. All right. Let me just get back on. Sorry, just give me a minute. I don't know why the network is starting to act like this at this time. It's been really good throughout, but let me just get back on my laptop. Sorry. All right, so can everyone still see my screen? Can everyone still see my screen? Can everyone still see my screen? Yes, yes, yes. All right. So let's go on. Sorry for that interruption. So I was talking about for the downtrend, right? When you want to take trades for a downtrend, I just showed you what I look out for. I just showed you what I look out for when I want to take trades for a buy, right? Now for a sell, for example, this has started going in a downtrend, right? Let me get it back. All right. There was this part I was looking for. Yeah, here. This is a really, really good sell area. Like I told you, when you start seeing the red clouds form up,
I think his network is bad over there, but that's okay. He'll be back. He will be back. I hope we all taking notes. Remember, note takers are money makers. All right.
all right. Guys, I'm really sorry about this network. I really don't understand why it's acting up at this time. Like it's been really good throughout today, Zoom, and now it's just behaving like this. But anyways, we move regardless. All right, can we see my screen now? All right, can we see my screen now? Can we see?
All right. Network is going to be good. Network is going to be good. Let's just exercise some patience. We'll be back rolling. Well, if you have been getting value so far, can you please put some 777 in the chat box? If so far you've been getting value, can you please put some 77 in chat box? Yo, the story looks easier, right? That's the idea. There's multiple strategies to learn. You know, you can have your cash trap. You can now start killing your web slinger. Good. My goodness. I know Coach Matthew. He loves web slinger too. Another person again that I know that does this is Coach Lawson. You know, he loves that. He loves web slinger. You know, I'm learning this, right? I want to start, smashing it up with this very soon. I hope you guys are learning. So I can say the sevens. I can't say a lot of sevens though. You guys learning that talk? You guys learning? You learning? Okay. I can see. I can see. All right, let me see if my man is back. He'll be back. Network can't stop us. All right, network can't stop us. We'll fix it and we'll end this. Okay. See, he's back. And please stay to the end, guys. Stay to the end. There's other amazing, announcement.
All right. Am I clearer now? Like, it's everything better now?
Looks very
I have
good,
to change
my
my
brother.
location.
Yeah, good.
Is everything better now?
Yes, my brother.
Is everything better now? I just have to change my location very quickly.
Yeah, everything looks better now.
Can we hear me now? Like, am I clearer now? Can we hear me and see my screen now?
In progress.
You can't hear me, that means it's not better.
All right.
All right, good.
All right. So let's move. All right. Let's move. So as I was explaining, I said in a red area, right, when I see the red clouds above, I want to now start getting prepared for a sell. Right, once I see the red clouds start forming above and I see the candles start dropping, you notice when it's in a red area, right, when the candles are above, you start seeing more sell signals. Do you see any buy signal here? You really don't see any buy signal. That's when you know, like, just look at this. From here to here, do you know how many trades that would have been just on this pair? That's between 9 o'clock and the 9th time, evening time. Look at the way it was really dropping. Right, the way it was really dropping. Right. So number one, like I said, you want to check out for your currency strengths. Right, this is your currency strength here. You want to check out for it. Make sure the one below is stronger than the one above. If you want to take it for a sell, if you want to take it for a buy, the one above should be stronger than the one below. You can also come here to this currency strength website for extra confirmation, right? For extra confirmation, you come here for extra confirmation. Now you can see that the web is starting to form red web strings, right? You can see that it's starting to form red web strings, indicating that it's about to go down, right? You can see that these web strings are actually large. So it's telling you that it's about to make like really massive moves. Number three, I told you that if it's for a sell, that tick line I told you, right? It should be below all the other lines. Why? If it's for a buy, the tick line will be above the other web strings. It's like the thickest of all the web strings. There are two web strings. There are two thick web strings that you see, one above and one below. But for a sell, you should be looking out for the one below, right? So let's take, for example, here. The candle started forming inside the web string. And once it crossed outside that tick line, it's indicated for a sell. Same thing again here. Started inside, crossed below, indicated for a sell. Took it for 3 minutes, you'd have cleared. Same thing here. Took it for 3 minutes. You can see that it started forming inside. And when it crossed, it told you to go in for a sell. Right? If you're not in profit and you rolled over, you would have cleared this. Same thing here. So you always want to wait for this the signal, that's the sell or the buy arrow to activate for you before you take it for a sell or for a buy. Same thing here. You can see this. So if you were taking all these trades, right, there is no way you will not have met your targets for the whole day. Even if you are trading on 2 accounts, you would have met your target for those 2 accounts just using this. Look at how many trades that were sent out, right? Here, the same thing. So I think I'm just going to type it out. Number 1, currency strength. Number 2, red clouds below. Sorry, red clouds above or blue clouds below. So these are the things that are going to be your indications for a buy or for a sell. Number 3. Sorry, can everyone still hear me clearly?
Perfect, bro.
Red web strings for a sell. Blue for a buy. Right, red web strings for a sell. Blue web strings for a buy. Now the candle should break above, right? Break through that blue tick line for a buy or break through the red tick line for a sell. And the last one should be the sell or buy arrow. All right. So I've just said maybe in your IM diary, WhatsApp group, if you have created that. I don't know if you guys do that, but you can just create a group where only you would be the one in it so that you can save, all the important files, all the important links, recorded sessions, YouTube videos that are being sent, so that all the messages in your group chats don't necessarily have to take that over, right? So that's it for the web slinger strategy. This is simply how I'm able to take trades. Now, the same way I told you, you can actually take 15-minute trades. You can take 5-minute trades, depending on the style that you feel is comfortable for you. But I personally, I love taking those 3-minute trades I told you about. Right, that's the style that Millie Mills is one of the founders of Webslinger, right? Her and Nesvekers, you want to follow them on Go Live. If you want to know more about Webslinger, follow them on Go Live. Fixed time on or off. I like taking my own on, actually. I like having the full time. I actually like having the full time. So on, I take it on. I take it on. So do we have any questions for the web slinger before I move on to the next one, to the next part? If you have any questions, just drop it so that I quickly answer it in 2-3 minutes. All right. Someone asked, how do you get perfect walkaway entry? Um, it's not like there's like, I personally, I don't do with specific entries on the web slinger because I'm not waiting for it to get to somewhere before I take the trade. Right? Once I see it break and I'm alerted, I go ahead and take the trade from the price that it is. Right? If you notice the way Nesvekes trades, that's how it trades too. When you it doesn't make use of support and resistance the way cash trap does. How do you trace the buy or sell area to the entry? With these guidelines I've given you, that's how I trace it. All the guidelines I've given you. How are you going to know which side is off or on for fixed time? It depends on you, really. I like taking, sometimes I trade with fixed time on or fixed time off, right? So, but mostly I trade with fixed time on. Please, how do we mark up? Is it from the blue? Is it from below of the blue candle? What do you mean mark up? What do you mean by markup? You don't really do much chart marking on Webslinger. Chart marking is when you draw your support and your resistance for various pairs, right? So and Webslinger doesn't really make use of chart marking. When I put fixed time on, it usually adds 1 or 2 minutes extra for me. No, if you use 3 minutes fixed time on, it gives you exactly 3 minutes. If you use 3 minutes fixed time off, it gives you, 3 minutes minus some seconds, depending on that countdown stuff that you see. Right. What is fixed time on or off? I really can't start explaining fixed time on or off right now. That's for like the basics on how to use a broker. But when you come to your broker, right, when you're selecting the time that you want to use, that's when you select either fixed time on or fixed time off. Fixed time on means that you want the full 3 minutes or the full number of minutes that you're taking a trade for. While fixed time off means that it's going to be like some seconds less, right? It's going to actually be some seconds less when it's for fixed time off, right? So that's basically it for Webslinger. That's basically, so you actually want to go ahead and, over the week, just, you might not necessarily want to take
Let's
All right.
see.
So
Okay.
now, so the last part, right? The last part which I want to talk about, which is the building part of this business, right? Sorry, let me make my other device host. Let me make my other device host.
Can you raise up your
Yeah, I
hand?
mean, Liberty is a really amazing strategy. Like I told you, I like using the Liberty strategy in the daytime and cash trap in the evening times. You can still use cash trap in the daytime, but I like it more in the daytime because Liberty makes use of Liberty makes use of sorry. Right. So Liberty makes use of trend. And during the daytime, that's where you see more trends in the market. All right. Now,
You want to disconnect one of your audio. You want to disconnect it. So
all
nobody
right.
can. All right.
So if you can see me now, what?
You want to disconnect
What do you
one of
say?
your audio.
Yeah, I've done that. All right. So if you can see me, please drop a 2 in the chat box so that I go on. If you can see me and hear me clearly, drop a 2 in the chat box. If you can see me and hear me clearly. Chairman, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
All right. All right. Now building the business, of course, you should know it means IBO, right? Independent business owner. This is another stream of income in the academy. This is where you've decided to start building the business, right? It means that you've started to start, you've decided to start, what?
Sorry, go ahead.
Right. So I just disconnected one of my audios. So this is where you have decided to start building the business, right? You have decided to, start sharing the opportunity with other people, and you start getting paid residual income every week. Now, trading is a really amazing stream of income, right? But I personally, when I came into this academy, I wanted to make money from any stream possible. It's not like I wanted to be like a street trader. Of course, I wanted to be a trader at first because I thought maybe I would not know how to build the business, or I would not know how to, tell people about the business, or I would not know, things like that. But I actually got to learn every single thing here, right? So building is actually a part of the business, something that pays you residually, right? I mean, if you're not trading, right? If you're not trading for a day, I mean, for that day, you won't make money. If you don't, um, if you don't trade for a week, for that week, you're not going to make any profits, right? But residual income is something that comes in both when you're active and when you're not actually active, right? So, yeah, very quick story about me. I really do not have very detailed stuff to say, but very quick story. Now, last year wasn't really sorry. All right. All right. So last year wasn't really the best year for my family, right? In the sense that we lost our dad, and a whole lot of things were really not going as planned, right? I had exams. It was even during the Corona period when everybody's stream of income was literally blocked, right? Nobody was having any stream of income in my family. The businesses that we had set up, they were all shut down and all. And that actually forced us, right, to actually go ahead and look for other streams of income. And then my mentor, my senior sister, Kochidro, she actually joined the business in, I think, June, July of last year. Right. That was at the period that everything happened, and we're still trying to make ends meet, trying to just, live, get a like a stable life in quotes. And so after my exams and everything, I was really interested in trading. Now, the thing is that I've actually been one that did not really want to live the normal average life of, working a job, having to work a job, having to retire on pension, having to, that normal average life. Like I actually had dreams of being retired very young, being retired very early. And then you're telling me that I would, in order to do that, I would have to go to school, right? For 5 years. Let me just say I'm finishing school plus masters and everything at 25, right? Let me just say at 25, for example. And then I'll have to now start working before I could even get to a space like the top pinnacle rank, maybe in a company where I can say I have financial freedom. That would have taken years and years and years, right? Because I know a lot of people, it takes years for people to do that. It took, like, actually thinking about it right now, right? What it took my dad 20 years to start making in a month. That's what I make in a month now, currently as a Platinum 2000. What it took him 20 years in the work he was doing, like to reach a certain, level of authority. That's what it just took me. I'm just 7 months plus in the academy. I'm a Platinum 2000 now, also a trader. So knowing this, right, knowing that the corporate lifestyle, everything, I didn't just want to, of course, I'm not bashing it, look, it's a really, really amazing part, but I did not really, like the goals I had in mind, they did not fit that lifestyle, right? They did not fit that point. So, I was always going on research, looking out for things that I could actually do, to start making money for myself. I even wanted to start selling shawarma in my estates. Different businesses were just popping up in my head, different things to learn. And then I came across Forex trading, right? Now I tried learning Forex trading on my own. It was like one of the worst decisions I would say I've ever taken, right? I tried learning from YouTube, all this free, whatever. And it wasn't, I wouldn't really advise anyone to do that, right? So then, I got registered in the academy with my sister in February, right? That was the first time I got registered in the academy. And, that first month, now I'm on this call, right? I really don't want to sugarcoat anything, right? I'm going to say it as it is, like what I actually feel, right? So in that first month, I did not really dedicate the first month to making money, right? That was not really my aim. My aim was actually to learn, because I understood the fact that once I learn, is a skill that sticks with you forever. Just like the same way when you learn to cook rice, right? When you learn to cook rice once, learn to cook it twice, 5 times, you can go years of cooking rice over and over and over again. So that's the same thing I understood about, this platform, this academy, that once I understand this skill of trading, right? Once I understand the skill of trading, I know that I can be making money every time. So when I see people, of course, I know your main aim in this academy is to make money, but don't be so tied to the money that you now forget the main thing that will help you to make that money, which is learning the skill, right? So I put my first month into basically learning. I didn't really make that much in my first month, right? But I really wasn't bothered. I had to still bring out my money to resubscribe again. And in the second month, that was when I started, trading and making money. Now, in the first month, I made in the first month, while learning, right, HFX was still like bubbling up a little, right? It wasn't really that popular in the team. Or let me just say, it wasn't popular to me, right? It was mainly Forex, like regular Forex trading. And then I started learning regular Forex trading, and I learned it, and that's what I started with. That's what I started trading in my account with before I now shifted to HFX, and DCX later on. It was recently I think in August, I started trading DCX, right? So I went for the first event. In I don't know if you guys were there. I saw Chairman Kelvin there. That was the first time I saw Chairman Kelvin, Chairman Hawa, Chairman Ope, I saw all of them there at the event, and like, I was really inspired by these guys. Like these guys are really young, killing it. I saw Ada Dose there. That was where I saw Chairman, right? And that event was actually like, it was like one of my biggest breakthrough moments, even though I was still new then. But that was when I made a decision that I'm actually here to stay, right? Like no matter what happens, I'm actually here to stay. Right, sorry. Yeah, that was actually where I met Chairman Lydia too at that event. We exchanged numbers. She was like the first person I met in IM. Sorry, let me just switch this. All right. So that was where I met all these people, and I was really inspired by these young guys that were doing all these things. Right now, I was supposed to actually go to school since last year or so to college, right? But I feel God actually purposely delayed college for me to find this opportunity and run with it. Because I feel if I had gone, right, I would have been very focused on school, and maybe I might not have seen this self, right? I might not maybe have gotten registered into this, but God knows, why he does every single thing, right? So I decided to start building in March, like fully start building in March. Of course, in February, I was trying to share it with some of my friends, some of the people I knew, right? I did not really know how the PS3 system works, how all those things work. So I was still trying to, tell people by myself. Right. So in